The 10 most weird buildings you've ever seen. In our world there are a lot of traditional buildings, companies and designs. Thank you to those architects and designers who express their individuality with their artistic and somewhat crazy artworks. Here is a list of some of them. 1. Dancing House, Prague, Czech Republic. Tourists from all over the world come to admire the beautiful churches and other historic buildings in Prague, so they were surprised to find this contemporary jewel. The insurance company includes Nationale Nederlanden and was designed by Frank Gehry, in cooperation with the Czech-born architect Vlado Milanek. The distinctive look of the building's design reflects the image of a man and woman dancing together in harmony. It was built between 1992 and 1996 and was supported by the President of the Czech Republic, Václav Havel. A French restaurant is on the roof and offers great views of the city. Other nicknames of the building include a unique house and a drunk house. 2. The Crooked House, Sopot, Poland. The architectural firm Szatiński-Zaleski was inspired by fairy tales and by the designs of Spanish architect Anthony Gaudí to design this magnificent building. Unusually built, this building appears to defy the laws of physics and appears to the eye to melt and melt. The interior is traditional, with bars, shops and cafes. 3. The Basket Building, Newark, Ohio. Certainly we each have more than one basket in our house for different purposes, but the basket we are talking about now no one can own, because there is only one of them in the world. This basket is the headquarters of Longaberger, a food and shopping basket manufacturer that looks exactly the same. The founder, Dave Longberger, wanted all his company buildings to be in basket shape, but his sons fulfilled his desires after his death. However, the building consists of 7 floors, and to approximate its size in your imagination it can be said that it is 160 times the size of an ordinary basket, which is not the only giant Longaberger basket in the region. Dave also pitted on the apple basket in Frasiesburg, the picnic basket the size of a home in Dresden, and the big Easter basket in Lorraine. 4. Sagrada Familia, Barcelona, Spain. Many visitors go to Barcelona just to see the works of the architect, Anthony Gaudí. He did not like straight lines and avoided them whenever possible. Its most ambitious building is the Sagrada Familia Roman Catholic Church, and although its construction was not completed, it was chosen in 2007 in the list of Spain's 12 treasures. Gaudí worked on him from 1852 until his death in 1926. Its towers are the most famous picture of Barcelona, and it seems as if it belongs to a fairy tale. The church is full of Christian symbolism dedicated to the saints. Popular landmarks include Barcelona. Construction work is believed to be finally completed in 2026, 100 years after Gaudí's death. 5. Robot Building, Bangkok, Thailand. In the late 1970s, Bank of Asia approached Thai architect Sumit Jemsai. The bank was looking for a design for its new headquarters in Bangkok, which would reflect the computerization of banking services. For a long time, Sumit struggled to find a suitable design. But then his son got into his studies carrying a game robot and hitting an inspiration. It is now operated by United Overseas Bank, which acquired the Bank of Asia in 2005, and operates as its headquarters in Bangkok. The 20-story building was completed in 1987 at a cost of $10 million, and was initially the tallest building in the main commercial district of Saturn. And while it no longer dominates the horizon, it remains one of the most recognizable constellations in the city. 6. Building Ripley's Believe It or Not, Branson, Missouri. The Branson Museum is one of a chain of museums, featuring exotic artifacts owned by Ripley's company. The building was designed to commemorate the devastating earthquake, which recorded more than 8.0 on the Richter scale, in 1812 in New Madrid, sloping walls, crumbling rift. It gives the character that it is about to collapse and that the building has just survived an earthquake. The Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in Orlando, Florida is designed to appear as if plunging into the ground. 7. Mushroom Tree House, Cincinnati, Ohio. This other mundane build looks as if it was moved from a children's picture book. It does not appear to have ever been built and appears to have sprung from the ground. This effect was achieved by the former professor of architecture and interior design at the University of Cincinnati, late Terry Brown. Brown's students were helped and appreciated by the project. It can be found in the city's Hyde Park area. 8. Piano House in China. 9. Dali Theater and Museum, Vigo, Spain. Another Spanish art museum houses the largest collection of Salvador Dali's works in the world. Figueres is the artist's hometown and wanted to rebuild the old theater from under the rubble left by the Spanish Civil War bombs. The museum opened in 1974 and was expanded during the 1980s. Dali oversaw the design that matched the strangeness of his paintings and sculptures, especially in giant eggs on the roof. Basement, Dali, in the basement. 10. Guggenheim Museum, Bilbao, Spain. There is no distinctive list without mentioning architect Frank Gehry. Built alongside the Nervión River, these curves are typical curves and are designed to allow light to enter the interior halls of the building. The museum, which was opened to the public in 1997, displays the works of Spanish and international artists, and the unusual design made it an important tourist attraction for the city. Others wanted the ship styling to be a tribute to the center of Bilbao as a port. In his construction he used giant pieces of glass, steel and wood, and titanium plates made to look like fish scales. In the end, my dear, tell us the strangest building I have seen on this list, and which of them do you really wish to visit?